Hello YouTubers, it's my October 2024 AFL trade news rumour video. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to the Brisbane Lions for being the 2000 AFL premiers. They were too good for the Sydney Swans on grand final day. What a win, 60 points, magnificent game for the Lions. First what I will do, I'll look at the players that are unrestricted free agent and the restricted free agents. Then I will look at teams in alphabet order that are linked for exit out of their club that are either free agents or under contract. Before I start, it will be greatly appreciated if you can subscribe, comment and like to my channel. Every subscribers will be much appreciated. And looking at the analytics of YouTube, I've got 95% of unsubscribed viewers watching my video, so it'll be greatly appreciated if you can subscribe. Cheers! Alright, let's get this show started. Come on. Okay, let's look at the free agents. For unrestricted free agent, these are the players that are linked coming to the Crows from GWS. He will use his unrestricted free agent status to join the Crows, so the Giants can't match it. So he'll be confirmed when free agency opens on the 4th of October. Nick Haynes is also unrestricted free agent to Carlton. That's the rumour going along as well. Hilberg for the Crows is an unrestricted free agent. And right now, it's just rumours that he's been linked to the Gold Coast Suns. Perryman, as an unrestricted free agent, is linked to 3 clubs in Port Adelaide, Collingwood and Hawthorn. We'll find out sometime this week which club he desires to join, and he's an unrestricted free agent. Caleb Marchbank has been linked to North Melbourne, and he's an unrestricted free agent. Brandon Parfitt linked to the Crows and Melbourne Demons, and he's been delisted last week. Adam Tomlinson is linked to the Western Bulldogs. Tim Membrane linked to Essendon, and Josh Rothman from West Coast linked to Essendon as well. For the restricted free agent, the big one is Josh Battle, who's confirmed his desire to leave the Saints and join the Hawks. See what ban compensation picks that Saints will receive, ban 1 or ban 2 combo. Depending on this, St Kilda will either match it or accept the draft pick that he'll get as part of their compensation for free agency. And Jack Graham of Richmond is also a restricted free agent, and he's been linked to West Coast, but he's waiting for their coach. Now, let's look at the players linked for an exit out of the AFL clubs, starting from alphabet order with the Crows. For the Crows, the player that's linked as an exit is Elliot Himberg, linked to Gold Coast Suns, and he's an unrestricted free agent. Next club is Brisbane Lions. Devon Robinson, the Lions, this year's premiers. What a hard team to crack into. And they're going to get another Ashcroft under the fire and sun in this year's draft. So the depth of the Lions is going to be pretty difficult to get into, given that they've got 4 players that are also recovering from knee injuries, i.e. Lincoln McCarthy, Dode, etc. So I can see Robinson linked to the Western Australian clubs, either Fremantle or West Coast. The next club with players linked to an exit is Carlton with Caleb Marchbank, who's a out of contract or unrestricted free agent, and Marchbank is linked to the Kangaroos. Other players, Jack Martin is also out of contract, and he's linked to either Geelong or West Coast. And the surprising one is Matt Always. He still hasn't been offered the contract at this stage of the period, and he's out of contract. Given that there's only less than a week to free agency, he has been linked to a number of Victorian clubs. The next club is Collingwood. 2 players linked for an exit are 1. Noble, so he's got 2 years left of his contract at Collingwood, and he has sought a trade to Gold Coast Suns. And the next player who's out of contract is Joe Richards. He has been linked with Port Adelaide Power for an exit from Collingwood. The next club is Essendon, and the player linked for an exit is Jake Stringer. He has a year left of his contract, but he is seeking for a multi-year contract, and he has been linked to this year's runners-up in Sydney Swans. The next club is Fremantle. There are no exits linked out of this club. The next club is Geelong, and Parfitt, who was delisted last week and is an unrestricted free agent, has been linked to both the Crows and Melbourne Demons. He did get drafted from North Adelaide in the South Australian National Football League. The next club is Gold Coast. Jack Lukosius has sought a trade to Port Adelaide Power. However, he has 2 years of his contract remaining with the Suns, so the Port has to offer draft picks to acquire Jack's service. The next club is GWS. There are a number of exits. The first one that has been confirmed is Isaac Cumming, who will be joining the LA Crows as an unrestricted free agent. Another player is Nick Haynes, who's linked to Cal as an unrestricted free agent. The third player who's an unrestricted free agent is Harry Perryman, and he's been linked to Hawthorn, Collingwood and Port Adelaide Power. The fourth player who's out of contract is Heatling, and he's been linked to 6 clubs. And the fifth player is Wade Derrickson, and he is seeking a trade to the Melbourne Demons. The next club is Hawthorn, and there are no players linked for an exit out of the Hawks. Who would want to leave the Hawks? What a good up-and-coming young club. And they've just been linked with players coming into their sides, which I'll discuss in terms of Barras and Battle. The next club is the Melbourne Demons. There are 2 players linked for an exit. Alex Neil-Bullen has confirmed his desire to be traded back home to South Australia. He has 2 years of his contract and he sought a trade to the LA Crows. The second player is Adam Tomlinson. He's an unrestricted free agent and he's linked to the Western Bulldogs. The next club is North Melbourne Kangaroos. There are no players linked to an exit of the Kangaroos. The next club is Port Adelaide Power. There are a number of players linked for an exit. One is Dan Houston. He is currently contracted for a number of years, but he has sought a trade to a Victorian team. And there are a number of teams that are linked to Dan Houston, which are Cowden and North Melbourne. The next player is Ivan Soldo. He is currently contracted with the Power, but he has sought a trade to St Kilda. The next club is Richmond. There are a number of players linked for an exit. One is Daniel Rioli. He has 3 years left of his contract, but has sought a trade to the Gold Coast Suns. The next player out of contract, Liam Baker. He is out of contract and is linked back to his home state of Western Australia to either Fremantle or West Coast Eagles. The third player is Jack Graham. He's a restricted free agent and he's linked to West Coast, but is waiting on who the new West Coast Eagles coach will be. And the fourth player is Shea Bolton. He is under contract but is linked to clubs in his home state in either West Coast and Freo. The next club is St Kilda, and the 2 players linked for an exit are Josh Battle. He's a restricted free agent and he has confirmed his desire to exercise his rights as a free agent to Hawthorn. So depending on what band compensation pick that the Saints will receive, they can match the contract offer given that he's a restricted free agent. The second player linked for an exit is Tim Membray. He's an unrestricted free agent and he is linked to the Bombers. The next club is Sydney, and one player that is linked to an exit is Luke Parker. He played in the grand final, kicked a number of goals, had full possession. He is under contract but is linked to the North Melbourne Kangaroos, who are seeking experienced players. The next club is the Western Bulldogs. There are a number of players linked for an exit. The first one is Bailey Smith. He is out of contract and he's been linked to Geelong. He has sought a trade but he hasn't nominated a club yet, but the rumours are being Geelong. The second player is Jack McRae. He is under contract but he is seeking a trade to the Saints, as confirmed from the AFL website. The third player, which is a rumour, Caleb Daniel. He is contracted until 2026 season, but he has been linked to the North Melbourne Kangaroos, another player that they're seeking experience from. And the last club is West Coast Eagles. There are a number of players linked for an exit. One is Tom Barras. He has a number of years left of his current contract, but he has requested a trade to the Hawthorn Hawks. We will see what draft picks will be required to acquire his service. The second player is Jack Darling. He is under contract. He has sought a trade to the North Melbourne Kangaroos. The Kangaroos are adding experienced players to their roster, or trying to add experienced players. And the third player is Josh Rotham. He's an unrestricted free agent and he has been linked to Essendon. We have less than 1 week to the AFL trade and free agency period, which opens on the 4th of October. It's likely that Cummings from the Giants will be the first person to sign for his new club in the LA Crows. So that's my summary of all the free agency and linked rumours of trade, and it will be interesting to see what happens in the next few weeks. Thank you for watching my video. It will be greatly much appreciated if you can subscribe, comment and like. All subscribers will be much appreciated. Alright, thank you for listening and have a good day or evening. See ya!